I can hear the screams starting again, even as I hang up the phone, and I know it's him, drawing me out again, and I think, am I that predictable? I'm tired. I've been fighting this guy for nearly 12 hours straight, and I haven't had anything to eat or drink, and he's not even tired. But I am. I'm hurt, and I'm tired, and I want to go home, and I want to sleep, and I don't want to be here, and I think, can I just let this one go? Can I let it be someone else's problem for just a minute so I can rest? No, I can't. But I wish I could. God, but I wish I could. Now, finally, I was able to get that perfectly. With that being said, now, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. We had Deku. Deku, he was dealing with a few things. Right now, Ochako discovered he was Spider-Man, and she came to talk to him. Now, obviously that's very bad. However, Ochako was actually able to understand a few things. Able to understand exactly what Deku goes through. Now, Ochako is a fan of Spider-Man, and the fact that a guy she knows turned out to be him, it says quite a bit. She talked to him, tried to understand the situation about what happened the other day, and understand what happened with Venom, and Deku talked to her about all of it. He told her what he knew, and Ochako left. Right now, though, a few things are happening outside of Deku's control. Doc Ock's cloning experiments. They were going well and they were going good. However, one of the clones, they may or may not have been altered from another universe. Now, the inheritors built their cloning technology again, and they built their transmitter, and all they needed was a receiver. And luckily, Doc Ock, he had a receiver built in place in case this body ever died. Now, all they did was hijack his signal, and Morlin, he took his life. And then that's where things got easier. Now, Morlin, he has arrived in the 616 universe once again, and he is full of rage, full of anger. And right now, there's only one thing on his mind: to feed his growing hunger. Now, with that being said, we do currently cut to Deku, about 12 hours earlier. Deku, he was getting things ready. The last week has definitely been a bit more interesting. Things have been getting better. After the events of Venom and Carnage, Venom has been trying to turn over a new leaf. And Deku is quite proud of Venom for that. He's quite proud of Bakugo for that. Bakugo is a former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was in training after high school. He wanted to be better because of what happened during the events of high school, and during certain parts of his life. He always felt like he was destined for something greater, and he wanted to be like one of the heroes he idolizes, Spider-Man. However, after he encountered Venom, his life took a bit of a turn. He discovered that Deku was Spider-Man, and the Venom symbiote, it wanted revenge on Deku for that. Bakugo, he felt strange. Envy, jealousy. He was manipulated by Venom to be a bad guy, and he turned into an actual villain. However, after the after the Mutant Registration Act during Civil War, he tried to do what he could. He tried to, yes, be a bad guy and hunt down heroes for the law, but he was still being a villain. And then, after Carnage, he decided to finally change his ways. Now, we have Deku. Deku, he was getting a few things prepared. Things with Cindy have definitely been getting a lot more interesting. I mean, at first their relationship was just purely physical, but now there's actually a form of love, an actual bond. I mean, the two are not soulmates, not destined to be, but he feels like they do get along very well. I mean, he doesn't really know how to define those terms. He's a science guy, but if he had to put it in a way, It's damn near close. And there's really only one thought going through Deku's mind. He wants Cindy to marry him. But with how things are right now, it's kind of strange. I mean, buying a ring, yeah, he's been saving up a little bit of money, but that was for emergencies, and a ring, yeah, he's not really too sure how she'd even feel about all that. And right now, Deku, he's a swing through the air. Him thinking about it a lot. Now, Deku, he currently does gotta begin his night of patrol, and he does try to clear his head. The city has definitely been getting calmer. No, no, better. That's a term he might use, but there's still a lot going on. Still a lot of things. And Deku, his thoughts are interrupted whenever he does actually swing in to stop a crime. And the crime, it doesn't get stopped because Deku was ambushed by Morlun, and Deku was quite alarmed. Morlun jumped at him and rushed him, smashing Deku into a car and trying to actually attack his shoulder. And Deku, after he got stabbed, Morlun, he tried to eat Deku's life force. And Deku, he shot out his hand, smashed Deku upwards into Morlun's jaw, him knocking the man away. I'm gonna try and turn and run. And right now Deku, he tries to bring his hand up to his ear. However, he doesn't have his communicator. He must have left it at home tonight. And that definitely is not good. Deku's mind, it's just been racing. And right now Deku, he's been put in overdrive. But Morlun does not care. He goes to give chase and try and get Deku to fight him. Now, Deku and Morlun do go to encounter each other. And Deku, he is put through the ringer. Now, Morlun made things quite simple. Deku, he would try to fight. He did what he can. He rushed in and he would always try to be on the offensive. However, Morlun, whenever he got on the defensive, he also tried to be offensive with Deku. He was reckless, nearly like a feral animal. He would throw people in danger, and Deku would have to stop his battles to try and save them. But Morlun would take those opportunities to attack him. And it would just happen, rinse and repeat. And Deku, yeah. Whenever he tried to fight more and more, fact was, Morlun showed how powerful he was. And Deku, yeah. After the first 2 hours of the two fighting straight, he realized a few things. Morlun is trying to tire him out. He's trying to keep him at the brink of exhaustion. And Deku, whenever he found an opportunity, he shot a web Doki at Morlun's face and the taser went off. Morlun backing up as Deku does get a turn. Him actually going to grab a car and pick it up. Him going to rush forwards and smash Morlun directly with it. Him sandwiching between both of the metals as he's going to turn and actually shoot out organic web. Him going to swing away. Now, Deku currently does get sit on top of a building. Him rolling onto the side, or off of the side, off of the top and on there. Deku rolls off the top of the building where you can see him and down where the man couldn't see him. As Deku, he was actually breathe heavily and check his web shooters. His fluid is fine, and so far he's actually doing good. But Morlun's back. He's back. Oh, come on. He thought the inheritors were done with. Okay. He's got to be careful. Deku's is going off. And Deku, he's confused. Him actually going to start roll forwards and move, as he doesn't hear an explosion in the distance. And Deku is going to rush back in. Now, Deku, he's put through the ringer, and him and Morlun do continue their battle. Deku tries to run off, and Morlun either causes some chaos to get his attention, or he goes after him wherever he can see him. And Deku, yeah. We do currently have early the next morning, with J. Jonah Jameson. Jameson has heard about quite the story. There have been an entire string of fights over the night, and all of them apparently involve Spider-Man. There might be millions in property damage, and fact is the threat he's facing, it's some sort of vampiric entity from what one reporter has said, and that is somewhat concerning. Now, Jameson is currently typing away at his desk. As Jameson, he doesn't hear a loud crash downstairs. Him immediately going to jump up and turn. Him running out of the office and going to look around. him asking someone what that exactly was, as he hears screaming downstairs. Him going to turn and run to the staircase. Heading down as right now he does see Spider-Man. Spider-Man right now is smashed directly into the wall. The wall on the other side has been broken open, and desks have been destroyed. And now someone just come rushing in. Moreland comes smashing directly into Spider-Man. Him and then Spider-Man breaking into the pillar. As right now Deku, he actually just hold on to Moreland. Moreland actually gonna bring his hands up and grab towards Deku's throat. Deku gonna dodge the way as Moreland does get his hand smashed directly into the column. Deku gonna smash upwards into Moreland and actually gonna bring his hand up, bring it over, and actually gonna sledgehammer it directly back down onto Moreland's back. Deku smashing the collarbone as Moreland, he ends up falling down to one of his knees. Him lunging upwards and actually biting directly into Deku's side. Him going to actually sink his teeth as deep as he can. And Deku, as he does to scream out, he has to bring his other hand up. Him going to smash directly his hands into Moreland's back as hard as possible. And Moreland's back breaks audibly. And everyone they heard that sound. As right now Moreland, he actually just start letting go. As his entire weight falls off of Deku, Deku just have a massive wound open up on his side. Ham's not going to scream out in pain as you know Jameson does to see Deku. Deku's entire shirt's been destroyed. Barely a part of his mask remains. The part covering the front of his face is still there. And Deku does have parts of it still webbed together. And Jameson is quite shocked. As right now Deku, he has a turn, bringing his hand out onto his wound and yelling at everybody, "Get out of here! Run!" And everyone just don't stare on. As Deku actually just don't cough out some blood as it is going to go down his face. And right now Deku, he has a stare at Jameson. Jameson with his eyes widening. Now, Deku yells at the man. The building's getting unstable. He needs to get out of here. Evacuate everybody. And Jameson, he actually just don't nod. Gonna turn and run back upstairs. As he at least try to yell for everybody to get out of the building. And there actually is Moreland. Moreland does try and stand back on his feet. And Deku, the one he does to see Moreland get up, he actually just shoot out a web. Him directly attaching it to Moreland's back. And Deku, he actually just turn and swing Moreland directly into the support beam. Him going to actually bring his hand up, smashing him into it. Over and over. He is exhausted. And right now his adrenaline is helping keeping him alive and awake. And Deku just does get a smash. Over and over. Before he does actually go send out a left hook and smash Moreland directly through the pillar. And Moreland does send flying down into the ground. Him going to sit up as right now he has to lick his bloody lips. Telling the Spider-Man, "Was that all? Isn't he getting tired? 'Cause he's getting hungry." And Deku, he does still stand there, him with his gloves and his hands still up, as Moreland is still rushing forwards. Now, Moreland does actually grab onto Spider-Man, digging his claws directly into Deku's shoulders and trying to bite down into him. And Deku does scream out, bringing his hands up and directly smashing Moreland into his ears. And Moreland is disoriented. Him trying not to let go as Deku does grab onto his hair and start pulling. And Moreland's teeth, they do start to actually get pulled directly out of the wound. And Deku, he actually just try and pull his hair back and pull his head as much as he can, hoping that it might just come off. And Moreland does to feel his neck crack, as they're actually ready to fall directly down onto Deku. And Deku just goes to lay there for a second, going to push Moreland off and going to actually roll back over. Him beginning to try and make his way on all fours out of the building, as Deku's spider sense is going off. And Deku, he does actually look around, as there is where Deku, he gets out of the building and it does to get more and more unsteady, as there actually is Jonah. Jonah right now is going to watch Spider-Man. He was able to get people out of there, and right now Spider-Man is in trouble. And Deku, he actually is going to try and get back onto his feet. Him actually somewhat stumbling, as people can see Spider-Man struggle. Deku putting his hands out onto a car and going to actually somewhat injure it or dent into it by accident. Deku turning back around. As the Daily Bugle, it does still stand there. And Deku does gonna wait. He's gonna get back up. But why? How? He needs a minute. Then on Deku's mind. And right now Deku, he is at the tail end of that 12 hours. And we pick up with him there. As Moreland does start walking directly out of the Daily Bugle. And Deku, he does bring his hands up. And Moreland does step forwards, expressing, Spider-Man has been quite persistent. He has been quite the suitable prey. He does have to say, of all the spiders he's hunted in his day, he's got to be the most persistent. Huh. You've clearly never met Spider-Man. I've met dozens of you. I've met thousands of you. I've consumed millennia's worth of you. And yet, you still remained uneaten. You are like a fine wine. I know that now. You are like the perfect prey. A valuable hunt teaches me a valuable lesson, and this has taught me much. You, however, are out of what? Energy? You are out of will. Now, just let it happen and allow me to continue. Revive my family. Now, Deku just stand there, and Reno more than just a rush forwards, clocking Deku across the face and sending him flying down to the ground. As Deku, he doesn't lay there for a second. Right now, his left hand smashing down into a manhole cover. As the manhole cover does actually spin around and smash it down onto Deku's hand, or onto his wrist, hitting him directly into his web shooter. Now, Deku does feel that somewhat crack and break. Him going to lay there for a second, and Moreland does a rush in, him pouncing directly on a Spider-Man, as Renault Moreland does throw out his left hand, smash directly down into Deku's face, and actually going to dig his claw directly into Deku's right eye. Now, Deku does actually bring his hand out, screaming out in pain, grabbing onto the manhole and smashing Moreland directly across the side of his face. And Moreland, yeah, Moreland does actually leap backwards, as Deku, he can't see. And right now Deku, he actually doesn't bring his hand up, grabbing at the place where his eye used to be, before realizing, as Moreland does actually bring up the morsel in his hand, him going to bring it up into his mouth and begin to chew, him feeling the pop. Now, Moreland does express, delicious. And Deku does stare at Moreland, and everyone that can see Spider-Man. Moreland just tore out Spider-Man's eye, and Jameson does this stare on. As Deku, he does just stand there, him holding the manhole cover. Before, Deku does actually shoot an organic web into the back of it. Now, Moreland does come rushing forwards, and Deku this time is actually going to throw out the manhole as Moreland is going to smash directly into it. And Deku, the moment Moreland's fists go directly into it, he sticks to the webs, and Deku does actually pull apart a piece of the manhole and go to slice it directly up into Moreland's face. Moreland actually having his eyes cut. As right now Deku, here's a turn. Him shooting out his left hand, and his web shooter, it doesn't work. Him shooting out the organic webs, and going to pull himself away. And right now Deku does a smash directly down onto a building. Him bringing his hand up and checking his face. He actually got his eye. No. Damn it. He can still see. Moreland's degeneration. The eyes are more sensitive. Can he? No. He's Spider-Man. Deku looking up. And right now a portal is going to open. As right now there actually is Spider-Gwen, Miles, and a few other people. As Deku, he is going to see them. You guys showed up right on time. It's Moreland. He's returned. We think he might be back. He's down there. Deku falling over. And another actions are Gwen. They're going to rush over to the edge, as Moreland is actually going to jump directly up onto the building and get clocked across the face by Spider-Gwen. And Miles is going to rush over. Him actually going to flip Spider-Man over and try and check to see about his injuries. Now, Jameson saw Spider-Man run off, and that guy chased after him. If that's what Spider-Man's been dealing with for the last... Fuck. Jesus, but he got them all out of there. The Daily Bugle, did Spider-Man mean to draw those people there? No, a few people were talking about it. And right now they're actually Chaco, who is going to run directly up to Mr. Jameson. Her trying to inform him. They need to call somebody. Call the Avengers, call anybody. And Jameson is going to turn to her, yelling about how he knows that they need to do something. And he's trying to think. Now, they're actually Ochako. Ochako saw somebody else come flying in. Somebody in a black spider suit and a woman in a white spider suit. And she was kind of alarmed. Before they actually going to realize the multiverse. are actually going to turn and run towards that building. And there actually is Spider Assassin, along with even a few other people. They took Deku back to the hideout, and they wanted to make sure he was okay, that he was alive. And Moreland was definitely a threat. And Spider Assassin, he came in. Whenever he actually started landing onto the scene, with both Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales, a few people saw the new Spider-Man. They saw the new suit. They saw that he was dressed again. And that actually was where Ochako, she saw Moreland. And Moreland, he actually brought out his hands and went rushing forwards. Gwen going to the right and trying to actually get behind him. And Miles was going to get ready. He could get a Venom Blast off on him. And Moreland wouldn't be any wiser. And there actually was where Moreland rushed forwards towards the assassin. And the assassin burned up his web shooters and actually tried to fire off bullets. Now, Moreland was actually struck Ricky in the shoulder. Him alarmed as actually was where the bullet exploded Ricky in his shoulder and blew out part of it. Him alarmed. As the assassin brought out his hand, him actually going to shoot out a web as he actually just pulled Ricky at Moreland. Moreland being smashed Ricky in the side as assassin pulled him in. And then he actually threw up his hands. Him going to actually put them together like a spear and smash Moreland Ricky in the chest. Him impaling Moreland on his arms and bringing him up in the air. Him smashing him back down as Miles was going to come in. And Miles came in blasting Moreland's head with a Venom Blast. And that actually was Gwen. Or Spider Toga. Fuck, my bad. I got too into the fight. Now, right now Spider Toga just trying to help out. Her actually watching Moreland get shocked. And they're actually she has a few ideas. And right now all of them, they're going to shoot Moreland and cover him with webs. And Toga, she's going to do one thing. She's going to turn and see a manhole cover. Her actually going to kick down at it and right now go to grab it. Her going to get ready. As there is our Moreland, he's being attacked and covered. And right now Toga does go swinging up into the air high. Her going to actually stop herself. As she actually does it a pull backwards on the web. Her going to fall backwards and spin and turn. Her going to chuck the manhole cover as hard as she can down. And Moreland, as he was laying there actually was where he was trying to regenerate. And his body was trying to do its best. Before cut. Now, Moreland's head got separated from its body. And a few people actually saw the Spider family do this. As there was where Toga went to go land. Her right now going to actually throw down her hands and going to stand back up. Her looking around. And everyone they saw looked shocked. As right now Spider Assassin is walking up. Informing her. Good job. What about your counterpart? Yeah, what about his Spider-Man? Miles running up and saying it. We don't know yet. Want to check and see how he's doing. Though, this does confirm our fears. They're back. Now, Jameson does come running up. Him trying to ask, what the hell is going on here? And Deku does a turn. Hi, Jonah. Spider-Man? No. Listen, I'm not going to bore you or explain to you what the hell just happened. Just know this. This right here is a multiversal vampire who likes to try and eat Spider-Man. Now, I'm the same person as your Spider-Man, just from a different reality. Now I'll tell you this quite simply. I'm going to walk directly up to Jonah and telling him, if he tries to give Spider-Man bad press in this reality, he'll come back. He knows that that man is a good person. He knows exactly who that counterpart is. And let him tell Jonah this. Whatever vendetta he might have in this reality, shove it up his arrogant ass. Because he knows it's not even worth it. Now, does he make himself clear? Toga didn't bring her hand out, grabbing onto Deku's arm, expressing, hey, take it easy on the guy. I'm not. I'm assuming he's just as much of a prick in my reality as he is here. What is... Hi, Jameson? Yeah, you hate me in my reality too. Honestly, I gotta say, I don't even know if he hates me in our reality. Anyways, I'm gonna turn, pressing a button as the portal is gonna open. As the three do gonna turn and walk away. And Jameson, he's trying to think about exactly what the fuck just happened. Other reality and other reality and spider spiders. him right now having his brain fry, or error. Now, with that being said, Deku, he currently is laying in the spider safe haven on Earth 13, and he actually is down and out for the count for a second. However, after getting some medical attention and being treated, he looks to be a bit more okay. And right now, the Spider Family, or the Spider Society, as I should probably be calling them, they are trying to figure out exactly what the hell is going on. How Moreland even returned. He should have been stuck on that world. Fact is, if this is some sort of revival process like the Inheritor Tech, they need to discover the source. And right now, that counterpart, the one lying there unconscious and practically on the brink of death, he's their best option. And Deku, where he does come to consciousness, he actually just won't lay there surprised, as he's gonna hear a voice. Are you okay? Huh? Toga? Toga, is that you? Yeah. Hey, it's me. Come on. You'll be okay. We said we'd look out for each other. Okay? It's nice to see you again, Toga. I thought you died. It's me, Spider Toga. Oh. I'm gonna somewhat blink awake, and Deku's vision is a bit blurry. He's a bit confused. And there actually is where Deku does to see her. Him going to ask, where is he? Hey, you're okay. Listen, it's a lot to explain, but you'll be fine. You got your ass whooped. You should see the other guy. Oh, the other guy's dead. I killed him? Not necessarily. Oh, we got there in time. We got a message from Spider Assassin and he thought something was off. His spider sense went off, but he felt like it was the Inheritors. He just knew. Is that right? Hampton is set up, and Toga doesn't bring her hands out, webbing Deku Doki to the bed, expressing, up, 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 bed rest. Cindy. Cindy, where's Cindy? Hey, she's okay. Listen, I don't know where she is in your reality yet, but I'm sure she's okay. Just take it easy for a second. Now, right now Deku hears a voice, as three people do come running Doki into the room. Cindy, Julia, and Jessica. And right now Deku, he does actually hear Cindy's voice. Her running over and asking him if he's okay. Her throwing her hands out and Doki onto Deku. Her gonna rip the webs off as she has to pull him up into a hug. And right now that actually is Jessica, who's gonna turn her head and asking, what the hell happened to him? It's Moreland. On your reality, he returned. How? When? We don't know. Listen, whatever is going on, he's lucky to be alive. Where were you guys? I was dealing with something for S.H.I.E.L.D. And Juliet, she was helping me. Jesus. Okay, fine. I don't care whatever it was. You guys were in New York though, right? No, we weren't. We thought we'd be okay just to take a few days off to do a mission. Clearly not. I'm fine. Izuku, no you're not, you fucking idiot. Now, Renault Cindy's gonna turn. Her yelling at everybody, get out! Now, all of them do look at her surprised, as Cindy is gonna try and calm down, talking about how she wants a minute with him. She wants to talk to him. She wants to apologize. Now, everyone they do to stare at her. And Deku, he does just gonna lay there. Him trying to think, as you know his vision is returning in his right eye. And he's surprised by that. Cindy? I'm sorry. What? I was hoping to tell you under better circumstances, and after I heard about what happened, I couldn't risk it. Risk it? Izuku, I found out yesterday and I didn't know how to. I'm pregnant. Deku alarmed. And right now Deku is gonna fade into unconsciousness. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.